Oh my goodness, look at this. Somebody already up in the room before I got here. It sounds like something beyond human. Who's already here? Let me find out who's already showed up. What's good, whoever you are? Expose yourself. Explain to me who you are, and then we'll get digging into whatever. This ain't gonna be the one-on-one I talked about. Zenith, nice to see you. What up, Dylan? Dylan Stanton. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that 101. This is just y'all get to fuck around with Drunk Zen. Cause I was supposed to go out to I went out to lunch today, and the lunch turned into happy hour, then dinner, and then more drinks, and then where I am right now. It's a standard Monday practice, I guess. So we ain't gonna do the 101 tonight. But I'm sure we'll dig into some of it. But whatever, we'll just we'll play it by ear, and whatever you guys want to get into and want to know about. I already threw some cards tonight that were just completely mind blowing to people. I don't even pull them out in public, but a friend of mine just refuses to accept, and I had to throw out 3 cards in a row. They were literally ridiculous. I said, "Who are you? Who am I?" And it was basically the god and goddess card. It was just ridiculous. It was. I just kept saying, well, how have you known me for 12 years, but you don't quite understand? Do I got to keep showing you with these cards here? You can pull them. So, what's going on? Who's in here? Is anybody home? Nah, it's just an empty room. It's just you, Electric Doll, and Dylan and Zenith. So yeah, I'll just wait for a few people to show up, and then we'll get whatever this. Yeah, that low battery. I don't know. Yo, let me. If this shuts off, my battery on my phone is pretty kicked right now, but I do have another. I have a computer I can put this on, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I'm not supposed to be recording this right now, the shit will just shut off because I don't have any battery left. But it's plugged in, so we'll see. And I'm probably lagging on your end by about 5 seconds, so let me know what y'all want to dig into here. I could grab some cards or whatever, but I don't want. Like I said, I don't feel like getting too deep into this the 101 kind of shit, because I just want to put it up there that way. How's everybody doing? What's your Monday been looking like? I feel like it'd be more entertaining if I had some sort of like dancing figures in front of the screen. Should probably hook it up with all of the chicks that do the ballerina chicks that I know. Like, just come and dance at my house while I talk weird shit to people. Five people in the room. I do wonder. I think it'll get to the point where you all be able to like actually put yourself in the room. You know, like mental. It's the progression, I assume, of how to move energy. You could astrally project yourself here, and somebody could be sitting in that yellow chair, and somebody sit in the orange chair. It would yeah, we could probably work on that. That is essentially the highest level goal of all this shit, right? Ain't it for everybody though? Kind of, do things out of body. Like, oh, that was great to do out of body, but that reality ain't as real as this one. And to be able to do that shit here, that's what magic is, right? To be able to like, oh, holy shit, in my dream I could fly. Oh, my shit. Oh, in my dream I could do these things. And then all of a sudden they start happening here, but on a lower, well, let's say it just takes a little more time to develop. And then like, oh, how could I speed up that process to get the things that I do desire? And that is what is the general sense of what people perceive as magic, which is how can I have a thought and manifest it the way I do in my dreams? How can I make this thing that's 1,000 miles away be 1 mile away? How can I take this thing that seems to be 100 hours away be 1 hour away? That is the essence of what magic is. And we can use all sorts of tools to do it. You know, this obviously here, you know, we're using a tool to manifest something that is a, you know, what is this? What is this thing? What is this? I don't know. It's a computer. I mean, it's not the real magic. It came out of the mind, so it's part of the magic, but it is not what we're talking about. We're using this thing here the same way that people can use psychological magic, and we can use tricks in the, you know, through television. I mean, this is television to a degree, but this is a next level to television, you know, because it's interactive. You know, and it's live. It ain't no real live television. It ain't no real live interactive television. But we're talking about using that to help you all form consciousness, to create something first in the dream world, and to let it sit in that space and say, does it make sense that it's happening in the dream world? Can I actually drop that shit down here? This is what the blood over intent cult was about. I want to bring heaven to earth. Well, your heaven's all fucked up. You don't even know how to control your dream world, and you want to bring down your ideas to here? Then you got to have people like me out here that go, no, 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 you're going to stop that right now because you don't even know about what your heaven looks like. Your heaven is not compatible with the heaven that I have. Your heaven is not compatible with what should be going on this earth. So we're going to have to stop that. So you have archonic forces that come and say, yo, blood over intent and all this shit is as cool as it is that you want to bring heaven to earth. Well, you're a Christian that wants to bring heaven to earth, and your idea of heaven and Christianity fucking sucks. And that's just how it is. So we have to come in here and like manage and magnify consciousness. Manage and magnify consciousness, which is the essence of what magic is. If I manage the ideas that I have and then I magnify the ones that I most desire, that's what comes forth. That is the fruiting of the tree. I can drop any seed I want. I am the seeder. I am Satan. I am Satan, the seeder of all things. I have all of the seeds in my pocket. And I know how long it will take for them to grow. But I also know which ones are fruitful and which ones should be in certain places. And a lot of people out here go, the world is no good. I hate it. I want to cut myself and I want heaven to come to earth. Yeah, well, your heaven sucks. And you don't know what heaven is. All you know is you want to stop suffering and pain for yourself. But yet you will not go through the simple, obvious actions to get you out of your own suffering and pain, but you want to change 7 billion people and you want to change the entire plane of existence. Well, you don't know what's going on with magic. So it's very simple. What you need to do if you think you want to change the world is very simple. Start changing the things in your diet. Why do I use the word diet? Because it means your deity, which means your God. Your God is your diet. You are God. We tell everyone this. We tell everyone you're God. You're goddess. You're all of creation. You manifest all things. Well, you're going to sit here and eat a fucking bunch of dog shit and do a bunch of stupid shit all day and think that you can do a little bit of magic by saying, oh, well, this is how it should be and the world sucks. Well, you know what? You suck and your imagination sucks. So I don't want any part of it here on my plane of existence, because this here is my plane of existence. I'm an archon. I control this realm. And if I'm going to let you into the realm and let you in on some secrets, here's how it works. You need to take care of yourself and your own ideas, your own thought forms. And if your own thought forms come out in a way that you think that, you know, you can just eat and do whatever the fuck you want, and then you can just think a few things and write some sigils down and think you're going to get the best out of it, well, you're not. It doesn't work that way. We're talking about Saturnian timescapes. The timescapes that we're talking about and dealing with is exactly what's inside of a seed. That's why Saturn is the seeder. He's a seeder of time. Time doesn't mean what you think it means. It means revolutions or occultations of essences, of energies that then produce fruits. The fruits that you will get are completely a manifestation of the thought forms that you had prior to that. So in the larger scale, if I plant a tomato seed, I'm getting a tomato. If I plant a tomato seed and then all of a sudden I plant that tomato seed in the Northeast in December, that shit is not coming to fruition. And the kind of people that say magic doesn't exist are the kind of people that are planting tomato seeds in the Northeast in December. That's what's happening. That's how magic works. Magic is not only physical, because that's the outpouring. We all want a physical world. I want to be involved with this physicality. Look at me. Check me out here. What I just knock off there? See? This crystal that was holding up an idea that I was placing there, which is black, which is about the black energy that people like to talk about. They want to talk about how, they talk about all this fanciful fucking bullshit. And it's really, it's frustrating to, like, people that just like to talk things. Like, you have no idea. You know what that is? You know what black energy is? You know what black magic is? You know what melanin is? Oh, what about the things that NASA talks about? Well, then do it. Then do it. Don't come here asking me about things. Don't question me. Don't like put me on the fucking, I'm sitting here telling you how to do it. So just listen. Here it is. This little piece here, this is the thing. That's the little thing in your mind that you get to put wherever you want, and you get to drop it as a seed in as long as you know where to plant it. That's how magic works. You don't get to plant seeds in places that can't grow. A magician just plants seeds, but they do it very, very, very intelligently. We're gardeners. We're constant gardeners of philosophies, of consciousness. But then even beyond that, the magician plants seeds from other realms, archonic realms, to literally like throw around energy that will make things grow in a faster way. But most people don't need that. They need things to grow the way that they should. Means we're not talking about roses growing through sidewalks, because that's what archons are. Tupac and us, we're the archons that grew through where the whole dead world tried to keep us trapped and encapsulate us. And we said, no, 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 no. And now we have to teach people, here's how we grow seeds. Just know that right now you're eating a bunch of bullshit, and you're going to the store to buy shit that you don't need. And all you need to know is that fruit right there, if it has a seed in it, take that seed and plant it. And that shit is free. That shit is free. Right? But everybody thinks there's a cost to things. Everybody wants to go try to figure out how things are done and try to speed up the system and try to manipulate the system. That shit's been going on for far too long. The whole this is what white magic is. Everybody wants to be a part of the white magic cult. No, fucking black magic is the real thing, because Black Mama Earth gave you everything. White magic tries to speed things up and say love and light, motherfucker. No, they don't say motherfucker. They don't want to say that. They don't want to say anything about fucking the mother. Even though mother really needs to get a good fucking, right? Why? Because that's sex, but we don't want to talk about sex. The sexual union of the entire world is the creation that's how creation came about. Like, that union of energy is the whole thing. That's the thing. The sun in the sky unified with the earth to create what we have. And everybody wants to no, there's got to be a different way. There's got to be somewhere else about it. We can, we can manufacture it. We can manufacture consent. We can manufacture consciousness. We can manufacture something in a building. It's called man-ufacture. Man? What's man got to do with anything? Man didn't do a motherfucking thing. He sat there, dropped seed, and then went along his business. He didn't have to do anything. He had no part of the growth process. He didn't have to participate in that. You're going to manufacture? You're going to manufacture me something? Manufacture me a fucking grapefruit tree. Do that. When you can manufacture me a grapefruit tree, then I will listen to what you have to say. But I guarantee it, there's not a person on this planet, because they're lower than. They're lower than creation. Creation will always allow for things to flourish. So, I don't know. I'm out here just babbling on about some stupid shit. Spirit science, that's what it's called. So, let me scroll through here. So, hopefully y'all got a little something about what I was saying. I might even take this down afterwards and just give this as a freebie to the 9 people that show up. The yellow cloud. The yellow's been going on recently. Yeah, our bodies are the tools, correct. Our body is the only tool. So there we go. We'll move on from here. So hopefully y'all enjoy that little spasmodic Tasmanian devil spinning ideas from beneath. You know? It's when people get things twisted because they don't understand what spirit is. Hey, what up, Will Louder? Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure. So we bring things, the depth. You know, you create alchemy in alcohol, in spirit, in all of that. It's always taking things that were like very static and underneath, and they were buried, and you take those roots. The roots are always the thing that give you the wisdom. The roots of the tree is what produces the fruits. You can just remember it. The roots create the fruits. It's just a nice little rhyme. And it does. And you can take that root and you can manufacture. And this is the only time manufacturing is a good idea, because the manufacturer is a shaman, which means she-man. It's somebody that is created out of both portals, both vortexes, the feminine and the masculine energies. So they take the root and they speed up a process. If you want to be healthy, it will take you 9 months to be healthy. If you want to recreate your life, it'll take 9 months completely. You could speed it up and do some things that I talk about and turn it into like a few months, and you could do a few things. But a shaman will take the roots, pull it out of the ground, mix some shit together. You drink this, you're going to be healthy in about 12 hours. Let's see what we can do. That's what the shaman does. Sound of my voice, take you 10 minutes. If you listen, if you pay attention, if you breathe this in through your ears, but you don't even know how to breathe. Most people ain't even breathing out here. They're like, oh shit, am I breathing? But if you could breathe through your ears, you'd be breathing the sounds that I'm making with my voice. Because I'm a portal. I'm a vortex of the energy that comes out of the root systems that I consume through the spirit beverage, that becomes what comes out of my mouth, that goes into your ears through this portal, which is basically a binary system. And hopefully on the other side I can resonate this frequency to the rate and speed and sound that you need to get into your ears and to like shatter things in your brain. Literally, I'm speaking from here inside of my feet. I'm speaking through my feet, which are the roots, to get into your ears, to break your brain, literally, to shatter everything that you think you know about reality. Because I don't care what you think. I have no identification with any single one of you people. I've never met you. I don't know you. And so be it. But what would I hope? What would I think? What would I want to manifest? Probably the same things you would all want to manifest. Everyone on this earth would want to manifest the same thing. Comfort, happiness, joy, wisdom, dancing, spirituality, these kind of things. This is easy. Good food. Who would ever conjure up fucking McDonald's to eat after going and playing a football game? Not a goddamn motherfucking person. So what? Am I wrong for saying this? But everybody want to challenge that because they're underneath the sword of the kings and the Lion Kings. The Lion King. Well, the Lion King lied, because I'm going to run through every fucking place with my rhinoceros. I'm going to run through every place with my elephant. Yeah, I'm going to run through there. And ain't nobody going to be fucking with us. We got remembrance. We have thick skin. We're vegetarians. We'll bust lion tribes open because your tribe of Judah is foolish. You ain't the real son, you're a fake son. See, that's what it is about knowledge. When you take memory and integrity from the past, from the wisdom, you create the future. Because we came from the future. We are the ones that came from the future to recreate the fucked up nature that the kings created because they forgot who they were. Because no one checked them when they were in their crib. When they were in their crib, nobody said, yo, this little baby don't know what the fuck's going on. They said, no, that's the son of the king. We can't tell that how to act. I'm out here I'm telling the kings and queens and all of the fucking people. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. You got a badge, you got a label, you got something. Well, your label on your product sucks. You label your badge with your 6 stars, 7 stars, 8 stars. I got a fucking infinite stars. See? That's how everyone here needs to know and train yourself to know who you are. Because fuck the badges, fuck the shields, fuck the whatever the fuck's going on. You got metal? What kind of metal you need? Metal, I make metal. I am meta. I'm the meta god. You ever met a god? I'm the god that makes metal. What do you want? What do people need? They need truth, they need wisdom, they need fruit. You don't need like density. You don't need density. What you need is the very, look at that. What's a mystic? A mystic ain't dense. You think I'm dense, fool? You're dense. You know what happens? Water will knock anything down. You know what mist does? You know what air does? I'm a Gemini. I'll flow by on anything. Just what? Water can't hold me down. What are we doing here, people? You know, mystics are mystics. It's a mystery. What's going on here? How do you think this world works? What do you want out of it? Where do you think you came from? You came from nowhere. You know where nowhere is? Nowhere is death. You came from death. Death is wisdom. Death is knowing everything. Death is what God created. God is death. What doesn't anybody get? In this little piece of fraction of reality that we get between they call it what? The cave and the grave? Between the womb and the tomb? What are you, 72 years here? 72 years because 72 is physical reality divided by phi, you know? Like, what are you going to play with the 360, with the circle, divide it, get 72 years? Because you're inside of some sort of vortex that somebody created for you to give you a calendar based upon 360? Ring on my thumb. I ain't got no rings on my thumb. That's just for tension. I don't wear no rings. That's just for fun. You know? Why wear clothes? You know? I wear clothes to be seen. If I ran around this city the way I would normally, which would be naked, I would be in a jail cell. I have to wear clothes so I can reveal myself to people. To unveil, in fact. The same with all of you. You can't just walk outside naked. You crazy? You crazy? You gotta look the part. You gotta look like everyone else. I mean, the ring? What ring? This one? Is this one right here? You talking about this one? There you go. You like that one? That's one of the rings I own. I own lots of rings. I usually give them away. What you want? But there we go. There we go. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's just you know, I go through this and you all think like I'm really caught in that. No, that's just funny to me. I laugh. I don't fucking care. I don't know. It's like George Carlin told every single person here. He said when you come to Earth, you get a ticket to the freak show. When you come to America, you get a front row seat. Like in a larger spiritual sense, like, well, I can do what I can do. Like at this point, like I feel like a 3-year-old and a 90-year-old at the same time. I don't know, and an ancient archon. It don't even matter. Like, the only thing I can do is say, hey, how can your life be better? How can I improve your life? Because there's nothing I can really do for you. I can't walk up to you and, like, you know, bless you. What do you walk up to you and give you a check for $10 million? Is that going to fix it? Walk up to you and tell you, like, oh, don't worry, it will all be okay. Like, yeah, I mean, this is all using spirit language. Using an uninformed, inarticulate abstraction of reality to form through spirit what words are. So that way it can get into your mind in a rectilinear pattern, which means to square off your mind, and then to you know, within that cube. Because your mind isn't a cube, but people talk to you cubically every day. This is how it must be done. We're gonna work on the computer. The computer's gonna tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking numbers don't exist. Are you serious? Go out into nature. Go talk to an animal. See if they tell you about numbers. Go calculate your lifespan when you're about to, like, you're face to face with the bear. Tell me about all your calculations. Your calculations go to shit real quick. But, hey, I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, fuck that love. Yeah, love and light the bear. Try that real quick when you got fear all running through your system because that bear is about to take you the fuck out. Goddamn right, Lion Armstrong. Lion Armstrong. Yeah, shit is too fucked up right now. Everybody want to get on this passive aggressive nonsense. People want to get on this objective, subjective notion of everything. No, right now where things are for most people, no, because we'll be real here. Some people got nice lives, some people don't. Some people are good, some people moving, some people making moves, some people got cash, some people are spiritual. There's all sorts of things. But, you know, if everyone's my family, because I assume everyone's my family. Yeah, shit's way too fucked up for way too many people. You can't just be coming out here loving and lighting people. Well, then hand them the fucking light. Hand them your money. Hand them your clothes. Give them all the love you want. See how that's going to affect their life. See if that helps them out the goddamn hood. Because I guarantee them love and light assholes ain't coming to the places that I've been. They ain't walking through the hood. I mean, shit. There's places I won't go. Come on. You know, I know people that will live in those places and go those places, so I'm one step removed. But you're not shit. You gonna come walk through the Ninth Ward in New Orleans at fucking 2 in the morning preaching your love and light? The fuck out of here. You know, fuck out of here, weird ass weak shit. Oh, love and light. If we just love everything, yeah, go love Monsanto where they're poisoning your children. Tell them about your fucking vegan diet while they're stabbing you with needles. See, that's the retarded shit I can't even fuck with. When people come out here with that, I'm so tired of that. People wanna really challenge. Oh, we're hurting the cow, hurting the cow. Well, people are fucking poisoning you through the media every day, and you love your government, you statist piece of shit. That's the thing, you know. And he say, I say piece of shit. Don't talk like that. Don't say anything. You know what? I'm glad everybody's in the state they're at. I'm glad for the government. I'm glad for everybody's position in the world. But in the real sense, like, yo, if you want to move up, get to the next level, well, you gotta do something about it. Just say, hey, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna participate in that anymore. There's no reason to work this job for this 9 to 5 for this company that doesn't appreciate me, that doesn't appreciate my service, my goods, what I am as a creative potential. Like, people need to move on. Sometimes a lot of people are like, oh, I need to pay for my house. I need to pay for this. I need to pay for my kids. You motherfucker, you got too much bullshit in your house. I've walked through plenty of people's house. You know what they got in their house? Bunch of garbage. Bunch of garbage they don't need. Throw it all out. Throw your whole fucking life away. You don't need it. You should kill yourself. Kill everything about you that you don't like. Because it's irrelevant. If you have irrelevancy in your life, you're going to only spread irrelevancy. That's when people come and talk to me and say stupid shit. I don't want your irrelevancy. Because you know what? I'm relevant. I'm important. My life has goddamn value and worth. And so what do I speak? Why do I say that? Because your life should have value and worth. And so when somebody says something, oh, you can't say it like that. You can't talk about the vegans. You can't talk. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, you know what? Electric Tower, I love it that you said that. Real is not legal, but it's definitely lawful. We deal with one thing here. It's called law. We deal with the real law. There's only one law. Legality is about egalities. Eagles ain't part of the law. You ever had an eagle come anywhere near you? Why are eagles protected? Why eagles never come in your neighborhood? Don't even matter. Nothing to do with you. Because it's fake. Eagles probably don't even Eagles don't even exist. Where? Anybody see one? Anybody play with them? No, they don't. They're a figment of your imagination, quite honestly, because every day you know what exists to you? Fucking 4 tires on your car to get to work. So you better have more respect for 4 tires on your car taking you to work than you do have respect for the legal nation of the appropriation of the condensation of the fake ass bullshit that people be telling you every day. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Exactly. They got useless shit that is broken. Yeah. You know what? And minimalism is the way to go, instance. But then I'm beyond that. You know what? If you need to be like having things in your life, as long as they have value, as long as they improve your life, as long as they can be, you know, adding to something. Fly and strong. People trying to outdo nature every single time. This is never me saying don't create. This is never me saying that. It's never me saying have any problem with even the digital systems, or you just have to put things in their place. You know where a computer goes? It goes right there where it is, and then when I'm done talking to you, I shut the shit off and I go out in public. And this thing has no bearing on my life whatsoever. But people like to put things in front of them, say this is the most important thing. People want to buy that nice ass car. They want to live in their fucking car. They bought that real nice car so they can get that chick when they take her home from the club. Blah blah. Check out my car. I got the booming system. Yeah, well, is that feeding you and your family and your consciousness? I mean, hey, I'm happy to drive around in a fast car. Shit, my dude, if you got a Ferrari, are you gonna let me push it? I'm happy as fuck to drive it, but I just know where that thing sits in my life and value system. I know right now what's more important in my life is not a car and not a fucking fuel and not a get involved in a system that has insurance that is the biggest scam on the earth. You know what's important to me? Oh, I don't know. Comfort, talking, friends. There we go. I'll start with the important ones. Food. I already bypassed that shit, but I like it. I go out if somebody wants to eat. Let's eat. What's beyond that? Do you see my bike right there? What the fuck do I need beyond that? How far I gotta go? What do I gotta get to? Before I had that, I like my feet. You know, and people got too much going on in their life with too many systems. They got too many systems attached to them. Name it. Name a system. Oh, I'm on this Instagram channel. I'm on this thing. I know these programs over here, and you know what? And I got connects to. You know what? On Tuesday night, I gotta go talk to my people. From 8 to 10 o'clock, we do this little get together, and then on Friday nights, you know what? There's this little thing here. It's a book reading club, and then on Sundays, you know, I do love football, and all of that shit is just leeching off you, unless you're actually controlling the group and maintaining and fluxing energy into that to open up consciousness. All those things are leeches onto you. So, like, what is adding value to your life? I can point to everything in my room right now. Right now, I can point to everything that adds value in my life. I can show it to you and explain to you exquisitely exactly how this piece of material adds value to my life, including this ring here, including this little rock. You know why? You know what? I just got gifted this today from Jordan. God damn. What a beautiful little thing. I don't know what it is doing yet, but I know it has some value. You know what? It's brand new to me. That's like a little child in my life, right? But I know this thing. I know where it came from. I know the kind of people. I know where that came from. I know every time I pull that out, something good's going to happen. I can tell you all about the value that brings. I can tell you where that bike has brought me. I can tell you this. Look it. Let me show you. Motherfucker, it's a dance party. It is a dance party right now. That blue light right there is a dance party. So I'm gonna sit over here and dance. Look at that yellow chair there. Why is it improving my life? I like the color of it. I like to look at it. I like, you know, when people come over, the people that sat in it. I appreciate the people that come and have a place to sit in my, you know, my little domicile. Those shoes right there take me anywhere I gotta go. You ever listen to music? Right there, that little black box. Boom, music. Those bags over there left. Every single thing in here has a system and everything has a place, and every place has a, you know, that energy that it is. And most people ain't about that. They got shit sitting everywhere. They'd be better off throwing in the garbage, giving away, or just something else with. But whatever. So my man Gary knows about eagles, though. I figured Gary would know about eagles. Yeah, so that's all I really, you know, I had nothing to say really. I figured I would just bleed out that weird shit. Hopefully that inspired or instilled some energy into people's lives. And we'll see. What up, Wittykind? Yeah, clutter. Clutter is you know, that's that feng shui. You got feng shui of the mind. You got feng shui of your apartment. Like even this right now, to me right now is this is out of control cluttered for me. The fact that I just came in my house and left my shoes not organized. But it's also funny because it ain't that big a deal. I know where they're at. It's not like they're you know, in the darkness on the way to my kitchen where I'm gonna trip on them while I'm trying to get a lemonade in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? And then I'd be like, oh, you foolish idiot, you. But yeah, so I gotta, yeah, MK, keep it empty and breezy, exactly. So whatever y'all wanna dig into, feel free. My mind is what is incapacitated? No, capacitated. That would, no, capacitated would be the right, would be the wrong word. That'd be up to capacity. It would be like the opposite of overwhelmed. So whatever y'all want to chat about, I got a couple minutes. And I said, and for anybody that is new on here right now, I'm gonna do the 101 tomorrow, because I just yeah, I got a little loose with it, you know. This is the spirit science, you know. And for anybody that just came on, you know, dig into the beginning of this, because it will give you a little more explanation of what spirit is, and we get into a little deeper wisdom of the science behind astronomy, astrology, alchemy, especially alchemy, because alchemy is that. Skylander season 1 and episode 4. Hey, Stephen Cospton, can you please put that on one of my other videos? What I need to watch, because this goes away as soon as I finish this broadcast. I don't get to see any of these comments again. So I just look like a person in the future rambling off for no reason, and I won't be able to see this. So, and I'm not going to remember Skylanders season 1 episode 4. Go on with my other videos and just be like, Zen, this is what you need to watch. Oh, Ripe Soul, what up? Yeah, that turpentine will definitely get to you. That's heavy stuff. How much did you use? What did you do? And answer that question. I'll be right back. I gotta go. Give me 1 second. No, I hate saying 1 second. Give me literally 48 seconds. Well, okay, look at that. Was it exactly as much time as I needed? Yes, it was right on time. Could you imagine being that good at time that it really did take me exactly to the second? How many seconds I said? That's what it takes to be a Time Lord. You gotta just figure that out. I see you. Hit me up on my Gmail. It's Zen Alchemistry. Can somebody type that in there for him? Zen Alchemistry. Anybody know it? ZENALCHEMISTRY. I think you heard me. At Gmail. And hopefully that one works. Somebody else is saying it didn't work for him. I don't know. But he was coming from Europe. So, Zen Alchemistry. ZENALCHEMISTRY. At Gmail. There you go. And I'll start putting at the beginning of these shows too. Well, not at the beginning of the shows, because I still haven't figured that shit out, but MK. Oh man, you fasted and balled for 2 hours. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the last time that I fasted on urine and orange juice for 7 days, and literally at the, I don't know, 5th or 6th day, I was to the point, I was doing a couple of things with like Kelly Starrett, kind of strengthening and flexibility things. Like, I don't know if you heard of voodoo bands before, but I was doing some things. And literally on the fifth day, I was playing with this cat that is a professional player in Europe. It's when I lived in Indiana. And like I was doing shit that I hadn't done since I was like in college, you know. I was it was pretty impressive. I got a lot of my jump back and everything. I was just so much more focused. Like I could almost dunk. It was pretty fresh. Like to be able to just do a little bit of fasting and get rid of so many things in me that were holding me back from even playing basketball. So yeah, man, MK, get into it, dude. Yeah, right. So good idea. Don't go in too hard with that shit. It will fucking break your brain. It's no good. Um, I can't give you a real good protocol. I think it's different for everyone, but I mean, just start low. Figure it out for yourself, because those things are really really intense. Turpentine and oregano oil are amazing, but they're super intense. So you gotta, you know, yeah. Uh, Whittakin, that's a good idea too. You take that bentonite and clay to help suck up all the shit. That's a good idea. Bentonite and clay and any green stuff. Pixie Ann used to say, you'd feel the room spinning. That's awesome. I mean, everybody get to, you know, people deal with different spirits differently. So I don't know. That's a tough one. With the, if you drink vodka before bed, you get the spins. I mean, I could break that down in a really long way, but that's gonna take, well, you know, that's an hour and a half right there. But essentially, it's this: vodka is the spirit, and so you're embedding and imbuing a spirit into you, and spiritual or spirals. If you think of the word spiritual or spiral, it means to spin. So you get the spins when you imbue or ingest a spirit. So when you get out of body, you're literally spinning through a tube. And so your consciousness is making what is a vortex, a pine cone vortex, which spins circular and then pulls itself out of a flat circular spin into a three-dimensional spiral. That's where you get the word spirituality. Spirituality is taking what you know in 2 dimensions and pulling it into 3 dimensions. That's kind of like, you know, someone's going to hear that and get what they need out of it. But basically the idea is spirits and alcohol cause you to, you know, spin. Whirling dervishes spin. Spirituality is all about spin. And spin density moves you forward. Dimensions, you can do urine anytime. And it's always helpful. Dimension extensions, I can't wait to do this 101 on this dairy nonsense. Yeah, of course you can. Dairy has nothing to do with your urine. Neither does meat. Neither does sugar. Neither does doing 60 lines of cocaine off a hooker's tits. Like, it doesn't matter. Your urine is your urine. It's the solution. Yes, you can always drink urine. Ha ha ha. Gary Baxter, that's hilarious because you're the second person that said that about my email. Looks like some funny shit's going on. Try. Here you go. Here's another email you can try. Theoluminous. TheoluMinous. That's fucking hilarious. See? I told y'all, if y'all in this room, you're hearing shit that, you know, this is not available to the public. This is closed circuit TV bullshit. Like, you know this, they already locked off a lot of shit for the general public. And I think there's a good reason for it, but there's also, like, you know, not allowing for information, but this is like This is like how to drive a Ferrari blindfolded. I'm being serious. So I think there's a reason that my shit is locked off from a lot of people. Because most people shouldn't try to drive a Ferrari blindfolded. But try Theoluminous. I don't know why that shit that email works for most people. That's crazy. Yeah, well, hold on, Gary. ZenAlchemistry@gmail.com. Try that, but Theoluminous. TheoLuminous @gmail.com. Whitkind, my experiences with aged urine, always been amazing. It's always intense. I've drank some, and when I did, I had some pretty intense out-of-body experiences. I mean, at the time, I was already obviously pretty healthy, so that was more of like a turbo boost. Like if right now I just went and drank some aged urine, I'd probably throw up and shit myself in the morning or while I was sleeping. You know what I mean? Like I just ate a bunch of garbage, and I can't tell the guy that's eating steak every day to start drinking aged urine. That wouldn't make any sense. MK, why do most spiritual teachers not talk about diet and talk about mental stuff, excuse me? Because if they're popularized, there's a pretty good chance they're controlled. I mean, that's all there is to it. Because it's always about controlling your consciousness. And if I can give you shitty food, and then just all day talk about here's what you need to think about. All you need to think about is it doesn't matter. You're gonna keep coming. But he's just like a doctor of sorts. He's a spiritual doctor, but you keep fucking yourself up with diet because they're not going to tell you that diet means deity. Deity means God. Your deity is your God is your diet. So they try to separate the worlds. And here in this plane, it's not separate. Like, yeah, I get it. I talk about spirituality and consciousness and mental health more than anything, probably. But I get into diet a lot because if you think good thoughts, you're not going to think that you need to go axe murder your fucking neighbor and eat their dead body. Let's just be, that's extreme, right? But then let's go to, okay, that's silly then. Okay. Well, you're not going to need to go, slaughter an animal and a cow and eat that. Well, I don't slaughter animals. Do you eat meat? Well, yeah, but I don't slaughter. Oh, okay. Then we go through this process and just say, like, if your consciousness is so hyper aware, you know what you would need to do? You wouldn't need to do anything. You wouldn't even need to breathe. Like, at the highest level of this whole thing is you don't even need to breathe because oxygen doesn't exist. A step back is saying, I'm a breatharian. A step back is saying, okay, I can live on water for a long time. Then a step back is I can live on fruit juice. Then a step back is I'm living with fruit juice and vegetation. Then a step back is fruit juice, vegetation, and root system. Then a step back is animals. Then a step back is literally the chemicals that they're feeding you in the vegan diet. The vegan diet is the lowest diet on the planet. And here's why. For anybody here that gets into vegetarian vegan shit, because I'm a vegetarian as much as I can be. But a vegan thing is an okie dokie on your consciousness to make you believe that anything involved in a vegan box that has a label of the vegan cult, the vegan, like, it's like kosher, it's kosher, it's vegan, it's the same fucking thing. Oh, the rabbi blessed it. Oh, fucking buddy guy from the church blessed it. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. But what's worse about this vegan shit, it's the upgraded religion of saying, hey, we don't care as long as it didn't harm an animal. And you know what they put in there? Dead salts. They put anything that is inorganic in there. You know what they do? They put things that were made in a laboratory. They're feeding you dead things. If you're a vegan, you're fucking retarded. You're an idiot. And you need to wake... See, I hate saying this word. And I hate blaming people. But it is the lowest of diets. Because the 10% of the food that is vegan now, look at, you can walk into a store, you find vegan boxes anywhere, but in about 2 years, you're going to find a lot of vegan food. And you're going to find a lot of food that isn't real. There's no real... It's healthier to eat an animal-based diet than it is to eat a vegan diet that is based upon the chemicals in the store. That's just how it is. There's no energy in salt, and a vegan diet is based on salt. Salt is dead. At least the blood from an animal has energetic systems in it because it ate from a living system. An animal doesn't eat dead things, it eats living things. So, anyways, that's the diatribe I go on every time, because people that are vegan, I've had a couple people that came to my channel that had really big vegan channels, and they said, "Oh, you don't know, Zen, you got this all fucked up, you got this twisted up," and they said, "I need to teach you." I said, "Well, you need to get fucked, because you don't know what you're talking about." And they tried to like literally bully me and school me, saying that what I was saying about veganism was wrong. Well, we'll see. We will see about that. Dimension extensions. I would say you said something about huge sky entities cloaked as clouds. You know, you should go start listening to is Arcturus Ra. He talks about this. Steven, the salts in you are living salts. I'm doing this. I'm not going to answer this again. I'm not going to answer this again. You've been on here for this, Steven. How do you keep not understanding me? Salts that come from the ocean. Salts. Look it up right now. Go ahead and use your Google. Don't ask me. Use your Google. See, this is where I get frustrated with people, because I know you asked me about this before. You were on while it happened. Salt, when it comes from the sea, salt, when it comes from the earth, is inorganic. Look it up. Look up inorganic salts versus organic salts. It's very simple. One has a carbon bond, one does not. The one without a carbon bond is not living. It's not healthy. Stephen, go and drink juice which has salt in it, organically bonded with carbon. Go drink juice for, let's say, 2 months straight. As much juice as you want. Completely restrict yourself to juice. Then go ahead, and after you've gotten yourself extremely healthy drinking a juice diet, then go ahead and take your Himalayan sea salt and your Irish your gray Celtic sea salts, and then go ahead and go to the ocean and drink salt water, and then I'll see you in the afterlife, because you'll be dead, because you'll have clogged up your kidneys, because your kidneys know they need to remove poison from your body, because you have poisoned yourself. Like, I get it. The word salt is confusing for people, but every time I explain it this way every time, and I don't know why people don't listen to me. I don't know what is so difficult about this. Look it up. Google it. You can. I mean, this is simple. This is the most basic chemistry you can understand. From the chemical terminology, if there's a carbon bond, it means it can be used by the human body. That's why I can eat the plant that comes out of the salt, but if I eat the dirt and the salt in the earth, it's not the same thing. The fruit is not the dirt. It's not the same thing, and there's 1,000 reasons for it. I get excited about this stuff. It moves me. It's just the spirit in me. Stickly, ickly TV, I don't understand your question. What makes you think they're entities? Yeah, Gary, check that one out. Theolumina. There you go. That's right, Gary. Cool, man. Well, there he is. There's my email for anybody who wants it. Lions throwing hot and cold showers? You gonna make me answer that for real? One's hot, one's cold. One is a positive, one is a negative. One is electric, one is magnetic. Think of it that way. Cold makes something shrivel up and hold energy, and heat and expands. It's a masculine and feminine. Red and blue. Hot is red, blue is cold. Magnetic is cold, red is expansive and electric. Masculine, this is the thing. That's the separation of the spiraling vortexes. One goes up, one goes down. One pushes into, one pulls out of. So that's what the hot and cold showers do. You go through a masculine and a feminine phase. You go from a electric to a magnetic phase. You go from a impulsive to a repulsive phase, if that's right. Ripe Soul. You know, that's funny. I've always spoken very highly about Russell Brand. I'm gonna have to check it out because he was on a show a while ago, and Russell Brand was like, you know, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan could learn something from Russell Brand as far as I've seen. I've seen nothing from Russell Brand that says anything other than high awareness. I see Russell Brand and Jim Carrey to be in a very similar boat of extremely high awareness of this entire thing that happened to be in the business, that it's hard to escape what you're gonna, the kind of bullshit that people are gonna say about you. Joe Rogan, nah. I mean, Joe Rogan, he used to be cool, but now he just fell into the whole system. Joe Rogan, I mean, he used to be one of my, like, oh, I dig him. That dude's into a lot of really cool shit. But then he went the route of inorganics. That's all I gotta say on that. Like, I mean, nonetheless, like Joe Rogan's my dude. Like, as long as you know when to just shovel overboard the shit that he's saying. 80% of what Joe Rogan's gonna say is gonna be way smarter than anybody else on the planet. But then 20% of the shit he says is gonna be bullshit. Russell Brand, I never heard anything awful lot of. So Roosevelt Henry, just get yourself a distiller, man. I mean, get on the Googles. Go to Amazon and find yourself a distiller. Yeah, I'm still back at 8:32. Pork is very bad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a good reason for eating the shit, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's where we are today in the society. Oh yeah, Steven. I mean, dude, they're not flushed out by the kidney. They're imploded, I guess, is the easiest way to say it. You're shitting out what you don't need, what you piss out. Steven, again, go do the research, man. Go do the research on urine therapy. Like, because you're coming with some things that are just faulty. You're not pissing out the salt. You're going to get a flavor of it, and you'll probably have some salt in you, but the benefits far outweigh. Even if there is a tiny bit in there, it's hard to qualify, but you should be shitting out the things that are waste. Your piss is not pissing out waste. You're not pissing out waste. You're pissing out what you have too much of. You're shitting out waste. So the inorganics, the way your system works, it should be coming out your skin or your ass. Roosevelt Henry. I never seen that Grim Nasty video about phone and one, but I like it. Yeah, Grim Nasty's excellent. Jose, is drinking distilled water from a water bottle still healthy? That's really tough, man. You know, obviously, it's gonna be leaching some of that bullshit in the plastic, but it's a really tough question. What's better, spring water in a plastic bottle because it's already got something in it, or the plastic? I don't know, man. I think you really just got to play with that yourself and see how you feel better. But obviously, distilled is the way to go in the body. If it's already touched some plastic, if it's been sitting in there for 2 weeks in your car while it's hot, well, that's probably stupid. But if you get it right away, I think you're better off. I think it's okay to get some. I think it's okay to get distilled water from plastic bottles as long as you know that it's pretty fresh, Yeah, thank you. Hey, you know what, MK? That's exactly what it is. I used to say this about people a long time ago. I think when we look at it from a fresh light, we say, Joe Rogan isn't for people like me. They're not for people like you. He's to bring the people it's called gatekeepers. People think gatekeepers are there as bad people to stop people. But if Joe Rogan goes on and on about the shit that I'm talking about, if Joe Rogan actually said, yeah, flat earth, he would lose half his audience. And that half of his audience would say he's a crazy idiot. Right? But if his entire audience sticks with him, and then all of a sudden they wake up to some other things, they'll say, oh, they'll just bypass Joe Rogan and say, thank you, Joe Rogan, for all of the clues that you gave me. And for, like right now where I'm on an iPath, I can't even imagine going and listening to like say, what the fuck is that guy's name? Not Jordan Maxwell, but the other chubby dude that went through his turquoise phase that everybody knows about. He thinks there's aliens on a spaceship in the moon. David Icke. Like right now, because I watched David Icke when I was first waking up, or whatever that means. When I was first watching David Icke, maybe 15 years ago, like, yeah, he was exactly what I needed. Right now, if I watch David Icke, I would laugh intensely. I'd like, this dude has been doing the same skit, the same shit, the same shit. I want to say stick and shtick and shit at the same time for I don't know, 20 years. How does he keep telling the same story? Well, thank you for him, because he's telling a great story. But it got me to the point of just like digesting the few things that don't make sense in the larger storyline. And I say, Joe Rogan got me somewhere, and thank you to him, thank you to all of these gatekeepers. They really are, whether they know it or not. Whether or not they're just doing their job, or whether they're like archonic energies, or whether they're like real people that just happen to like, you making 150K selling books about aliens on the moon. You're probably gonna keep doing that. There's only a few people that don't have to worry about money, that can just say whatever the fuck they want. There's a whole different tribe of people, but these people are just gatekeepers doing what they're doing. So I appreciate whatever they've done or what they said, but you've got to look at it from your own eyes and say, hey, at what point, what can't they say? What aren't they allowed to say? And so Jordan Maxwell and all these cats, like, they got what they can say. Seven, the salts at the bottom, they're not salts. That would be probably the urea, the fats of it. I mean, that's a really thing to get. That's a long thing to get into. I just say, man, just go to this is for Steven Cuspin, and go to Andrew Norton Webber's work. I don't have the time. Like, I know all of his work. I don't have the time to reproduce it. Go to his website. He has a whole section on salt crimes and what salt is. So look up Andrew Norton Webber and Aquarius the Water Bearer, and you'll find everything you know about salts, everything you need to know about salts. Excuse me. And go from there, man, for sure. Yeah, William Cooper. Yeah, that's Gary. That's probably your time. I'm a little far back. I'm 8:45 right now, y'all. Shtick. Yeah, shtick. Roosevelt Henry. That's hard to say. Where'd you get the seaweed from? That's a whole thing, man. That's really difficult to say. So I don't know. But I will tell you all this. I got like 10 more minutes before I want to kick it into the hay, because. Yeah, I'm chilling tonight, but I'm happy I could get out here with y'all. I felt like this was a very fun one. Oh, you listen to him? Yeah, he's amazing. Andrew Norton Webber's amazing, and somebody that comes out here knows a lot about urine therapy. His name is oh man, what the hell is his name? He just sent me an email the other day. He did some writing for Andrew Norton Webber. And he's been on a couple of radio shows back in the day. John Shore. You'll see him on one of these broadcasts, I'm sure. He jumps on here now and then. John Shore, you should check him out. Lion strong. Yeah, that's a really deep one, but you got to remember this. You got to remember the levels to these things. There's always people that are part of the good thing, and there's people that are misusing information. There are 10 groups of people within the Illuminati. There are 10 different groups of people that are in the Freemasonry. You know what I mean? Like shit. What if I told you all now I'm a Freemason? Would you distrust me? If I told you like, hey, um, I'm Zan. I'm a Freemason. Would you turn this shit off and be like, I knew it. He's gonna lie to us. Like that's the thing. You know, who cares? Is the information vital? But within these organizations, what you can tell, and this is why I always go like, how can anybody say anything about these fucking organizations? You're not in them. You don't know them. Like it's as much as to say like, oh yeah, you know about the Rothschilds. Well, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna go, beat them up? You gonna steal their money? You gonna make them stop? Oh, come on, guys, you gotta stop the World Bank. The World Bank's fucked. Like, what are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna do anything. And do you know them? Do you actually know that they did that? Is it really like certainly that they came from like the Bavarian Illuminati, and then you got their family lineage, and maybe that's all false information. Let's be honest. How do you know? You read a fucking book? Okay, great. Tell me about your life. Where do you live? What do you do? What's going on with you? And that's for me always getting back to that, because as much as we can figure out about all these families out here, all these things going on, well, what about you? How's your life? How's your family? Are you feeding your, like you could say all day, well, we can't be feeding people all this shit. You're killing the population. I get where that goes. I get how that goes. But how are you doing? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? How's your sex life? How's your love life? How's your children? Are you sending them to school? You tell people like about the school system is all fucked up. Are your kids going to school? You homeschooling them? What are you schooling them on? You schooling them on what to hate or what to love? I mean, there's so much that goes on here that I always have to always get back to go, well, I got involved in that too. But what do they got to do with my life right now? There's nothing I can do about the economic system. Let's just be honest. There's nothing me right here personally. As much power as I have, as much as I can, do shit from the astral realm, as much as I can have magic, I can't stop the fucking monetary system. So then, what the use is to talk about it? People want to talk about the Holocaust. What the fuck could I? Even if it did happen, which I don't think it did, who the fuck cares? What's it got to do with my life? What's slavery got to do with me? Even though I don't even think it happened the way I think the Slavs were the white people that came here. You want to play that game again? I like that one. The Slavs were white people, and then you tell the melanated people that this is their land and this is actually. They're not actually slaves from Africa, because if you sent them back to Africa, the African tribes would laugh in their face, be like, you don't look nothing like us, you don't sound like us, you're not from Africa, you're foolish, you know nothing about our culture, our history, our heritage, you're not slaves from here, we didn't send anybody over to, what you gonna, you think we're gonna just give up our fucking people like that, and we're not gonna come over to America and get our people back? It's foolish. Like, all this shit is foolish. All of it. You think you get any information from a book? Anything you read in the newspaper? Anything you read from a book? Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this one question. Find me one book that wasn't printed by a printing press, that didn't have a stamp on it from the people that owned the printing press. And then explain to me who owns the printing presses and who published the book. Tell me about the publishers and who they're part of. They're all fucking Freemasons. So tell me any piece of information you got, including the goddamn Bible, which was absolutely written by a Freemason. Shakespeare, he encoded his name in it. That anybody doesn't know, you can look into Psalms 46:2 and look into Shakespeare top to bottom. He encoded his name in there in the year that the book was written. Like, this is all clued into, like, who are these people and who cares? How's your life going? I dug through the shit. I've been through the book. I put hours into this. I put days. I put lifetimes into this shit. Thank you, MK. Gary, I was swinging dead chickens over when I divided the future. Yeah, I know, Gary. Be cutting up the chickens, doing some chicken magic. Reading the chicken shit, huh, Gary? Yes, just Jose, some Jaeger bombs, some Jaeger shots. Yeah, I don't like Jaeger too much, but so you Lion Star. I hope you like that. Thank you, Ripe Soul. The highest form, hey, the highest form of country here. Yeah, we keep it full of country. What country you from? You know, Torin. Why did they get Shakespeare to write the Bible? Well, if you knew what the Bible was, it's not like he wasn't writing the story of some guy. He was writing the story of states of consciousness, and it wasn't a they got him too. He was part of the thing, and it was a them, and it was a whole cult of people that were explaining a story hidden esoterically about astrotheology and about your own being and state of consciousness. So, at its in its best form, the Bible is the greatest book ever written. But people read it exoterically, thinking that it was something that literally happened, and it didn't happen. No part of that happened. Every word, every idea, everything that in that book is symbology. Symbology for your internal body as well as the states of consciousness you reside in. So, there's a lot of people that have covered that from all three angles, but I cover it from all. Well, they cover it from each of the angles, but I cover it from all three and then connect them. I take Santo Spinachi's work, which is to take it from an astrotheological level. I take it from the level of it's all internal, as every piece in your body is written in the Bible, as is your body is told about in the Bible. And then I take it from the level of Neville Goddard saying it's all states of consciousness, which has to do with the astral realms, the theory, and the spirituality of it. So I bind that all together and say the Bible is written from that standpoint, and it was written by someone that was very enlightened. Yeah, Ripe Soul, your hey, Master Earth video and techniques to get out of body. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I never done it. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it then, man, for sure. I'll do it. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Whitkind, a video of mine that I get into that vegan stuff. Man, I took most of those down because I was tired of the fucking arguments with people. I'll re-upload them for you, but there's a lot of them, any one of them, and I'm probably gonna do some more on that tomorrow. So I got like 5 more minutes, y'all. Lion strong. I don't know what the fuck all that means, but it's hilarious. I like that electric towel. Should one believe his story or one's own mystery? Yeah, my story is the way to go. There was history and age, like her age, and his story and her age, and then if you just live in the mystery, it's your mystery. Yeah, Santos Bonacci's a beast. Yeah. Robert Bruce is amazing as well. I checked him out. Yeah, all the shit that I know for whatever reason, I'm just I don't practice. I only perform. I don't keep it warm. That kind of shit. I'm always doing it. So like I should probably practice the shit a lot more. I just tend not to. But his methodology is good. Robert Bruce. I would get it. Yeah, I've read it. And in fact, I just started listening to this book. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you the book because I take y'all on the dark side of waking up the dead. We don't need that quite yet. Ripe Soul, is there a video that explains what each letter of the English language means? No, but I did a video on it. I did 2 videos in a row that explained A through M and N through Z. So go check those out. I didn't get too far in the second half of the alphabet, but I broke it down pretty good. Go look them up. A is not the androgen, and A is the pyramid, and it has to do with the fake alphabet. It's triangulated something that wasn't true. The B is the first letter. It has to do with the birthing mother. But the A is, yeah. The A was the triangulation that took over the language. It was never supposed to be there. But yeah. Sure, Whittakin. What up, pink motorcycle? Zach Chrono, suck ass at breaking fast. Yeah, I understand. I almost killed myself after my 43 day water fast. If it wasn't for the fact that I was immortal, I probably would have. Anyone else would have killed themselves. It was the second day after my 43 day water fast, and I ate like fucking 3 giant plates. I went back up and ordered more food. I ate like 3 giant plates of pasta. Like just I ate. I was like, I'm not even hungry. I'm not even full. And then I slept for 24 hours and woke up sweating. It was no good. I thought like, oh, I'm just a little better. It's only been 24 hours. I can eat now. You're supposed to really ease into that. Yeah, breaking it fast. Don't kill yourself. Roosevelt Henry. I'm gonna end this in about at 1:20. So I got like 4 more minutes. Yeah, Torrent. As long as you like to have the book in your hand. If not, you can get it online for free. You know, esoteric structure of the alphabet. You get that online for free. How to connect to higher consciousness. It's about breaking down barriers that you have of things that you think you are and what you might say. In fact, I recorded something just before I started this, and it was explaining the levels of comprehension of who you are, from peon to human to spirit to angel to entity to archetype to archon to demigod to god to supreme creator architect. That's in that order. You should all write that down, rewind it, listen to that. That's the order. And I probably won't be able to repeat that because it's too difficult to say. But it's about understanding where you are or being somewhere in there. There's nothing God doesn't say. There's nothing the Supreme Architect doesn't create. The Supreme Architect creates all things. God and the devil. Then there's nothing God won't say. And then you step down into like demigods, which kind of divides up the spaces that we're in. Then we get into the archons and the archetypes, which are smaller symbolic forms of references to types of energy. And then we get into angelics or angelic creatures, which take smaller forms of fractions of light and energy, which are formed through the archonic vaults. And then you get into like spirits, which are what everyone is anyways. Angels are spirits, but spirits aren't necessarily angels. And then those spirits are humans, but humans don't necessarily understand that they're even spirit, and they definitely don't think they're angelic. And then most people, humans, colors, think they're actually peons, which is where you get the word European. So that was fucking heavy duty, y'all. Exactly. Alright, so I got 1 minute left, and I'll take one last question from the call line. Oh, Steven, no worries, man. You know, whenever I say things, my friend, it's not me ever going off on anybody specifically. It's just that I get the question and the whole fucking thing so much that I just have to say it from my feeling. I have no emotions about this shit, friend. You know, there's no. Oh, Jordan, you knew I was in the purple chair? Is this how you knew? So yeah, and Jordan, thank you again. I'm gonna go get all hooked up tonight. And so Steven, again, it's never a problem. It's not like that. I just speak the way I do. All right, Repsol. Is this my own information? Where did I figure this out? That's a really big question, Torrin. You can't leave me with that question with 1 minute to go. Uh, it's mostly mine because I am the supreme architect creator of the universe. So, yes, it is mine. We'll make it easy. All right, y'all. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Stay well. And I'll do that 101 tomorrow, and we'll do some other weird shit tomorrow, too. And as always, if you want, check out my other. You can always check out my other videos, and underneath it, it will tell you where you can, finesse the currency into my pocket, and make sure that I'm fed well, so I come on here and talk stupid shit for hours. All right. Oh yeah, Steven, you can get at me. I told you. 101, whenever, man. Like I like to have a little bit of juice in me before I do a one-on-one to talk to people, because I daytime is a little different than nighttime for me. I'm a Gemini, so I still have that little bit of energy from other people versus how can I communicate, So yeah, you said what was the channel though? I don't understand. Oh, I just was saying I see you. I was giving you my email, which was whoever don't got it, you can hit me on the. I guess my other email at work. I don't know why. That's fucking hilarious. You can hit me on Theoluminous. TheoLuminous @gmail.com. Hit me there. Is that a pipe in my hand? Nah, nothing like that. Stay well, y'all. We'll talk soon.